This is Ken the Metal Professor, host of this here Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program, Nwiwrap for short, on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana. You're about to hear delayed audio coverage of an event from this past weekend down in Roselawn, Indiana at Lincoln Elementary School. It is going to be a hodgepodge of me interspersing with bits and pieces of live audio for the first half of the show because somehow my audio got totally out of whack and my microphone became inaudible as compared to most of the room noise, especially given that that room noise was made up of many dozens of screaming children. So immediately you're going to hear what I recorded to open the show. It sounded fine. And then after that, something went haywire, and I don't know what it was. So you'll hear this patchwork, like I said, of me coming back in here in the confines of the WVLP studio empire and telling you what you're not going to hear, and then giving you a little bit of audio to carry on with some continuity. And then the second half of the show will be just fine. So anyway, apologies to ACME Championship Wrestling. They were nice enough to let me in to record, and I made a mess of things. But it happened, and so here we go with the opening of the show. This is Ken the Metal Professor. I am representing WVLP and the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program at Lincoln Elementary School in, it's either Roselawn or DeMott. I don't know which one technically, but we're close to both, so it's all good. Right off of 65. Here for ACME Championship Wrestling's event, Winter Warfare. It's Friday night, December 8th. We were looking forward to the retirement match of Maverick Cage. I mean, that's badly phrased because I'm not looking forward to him being retired, but I am looking forward to the match that will precede it, I guess. I'm farther away from the ring as normal, so I've got a really good vantage point. And in fact, I'm sort of in the back corner of the gym behind a nice barricade of tables. Great view. And some music stands were available, so I actually set one up so I can stand up while I'm talking and not have to carry the microphone, so that's very comfortable. There's a horde of about 3 or 4 dozen kids running around in the open space in front of where I'm set up between me and the back of the seating area. I've had a couple of close calls so far with a collision with the table, so hopefully nothing too disastrous will happen. So the action's going to start in about, half an hour or so for me. For you, it's going to start almost instantaneously here on WVLP.
Lincoln Elementary, Roselawn, Indiana, make some noise! Can you believe that 10 years ago in this very building, ACW started? 10 years ago. And we are now back here to put on a show. We have plenty of people from the past, from the present, ACW superstars from the last 10 years, ready to put on a show for you today. We've got championship matches. We've got battle royals. We've got it all. I hope you guys are ready. We have a great show tonight.
So see, it sounded fine to start with, but then after that, for some reason that I don't know, because I don't think I messed with any settings, things went downhill audio-wise until intermission when I was able to figure out that something had gone wacky and just sort of reset everything from scratch. So TK0 at this point comes out through the curtain to yap a little bit. He wants a title match, and you can tell that he is just totally beloved by the kids in the crowd.
You are supposed to cheer for me. I think it's very rude you booing this man. He tries his best. It's not his fault he sucks. I'm not done. They're egging me on. They're being very rude. I've come out here very nice. I pretended I was going to shake that kid's hand. It was hysterical. Then I cheating like all these young children out of any chance of going to college because of Roselawn. So I want a match tonight that fixes all of this. I want my belt. I want it now, baby. I'm ready to go, baby. Interesting. So I think the belt that you're talking about, TK, would be the ACW Tough Man Championship, correct? I'm the toughest man, everybody knows that! Every little child, even the ones pretending they can't hear me up there, no, I'm the toughest man!
So after TK0 ranted for a while, Chip Walker, the person who actually has the ACW Tough Man Championship, came out, and you can hear GM Michael Allen making a little negotiation between the two.
So, relax. You know what's interesting? You have a want. This man has a need. This man, his opponent didn't show up tonight. He was too afraid to show up and face him for that belt. So, I don't think that there's any reason. I'm going to ask this man right here. Chip Walker, do you want to defend the championship tonight at the 10th anniversary of Winter Warfare? Given that it's the 10th anniversary.
TK0
Given that it's the
both
10th
wearing red t-shirts.
anniversary, and I
Wait,
have
they don't match.
no
Chip Walker has a belt.
opponent.
TK0 doesn't.
I don't see why not. We can't party up in here tonight. Hey, all I know is, Roselawn, Indiana, I don't work for these guys. I work for all of you. So do you guys want to see this match tonight? Well, then it's official. TK0 versus the manimal Chip Walker for the ACW Tough Man Championship.
At that point, the real show started, and the first big event was a 10-person battle royal, eliminations by both feet touching the floor, whether it was over the top rope, through the ropes, under the ropes, whatever, airdropped. If your feet touched the floor, once you were in the ring and you were put out of the ring so that your feet touched the floor, you were eliminated. Participants in this battle royal were Thomas Keith, Sangra Tigre, the Executioner, Excalibur, Michael Slices, Brittany, Billy the Kid, Chip Walker, Hotshot Scott, and of course TK0. So here is some surviving audio of some of the bits and pieces of that battle royal.
Is a 10-man battle royal with a twist. This is a Rumble-style battle royal, meaning I'm going to start with 2 wrestlers. They're going to get it going. Every 2 minutes, you'll hear the buzzer. A new wrestler will enter until 1 wrestler is left standing. That wrestler at the end gets a championship match tonight against BAD. This is going to be fantastic. Here we go. Our opening matchup, hailing from Indianapolis, Indiana, weighing in at 240 pounds, he is Thomas Keith. Hailing from the Greater Lake Station area, weighing in at 190 pounds, give it up for Sangra Tigre. And I gotta say, talk about a throwback. We got Brian Socks Off O'Grady referee. If you don't know, Socks Off takes no mess. This guy's been there from the beginning. Welcome back. Wrestler number 4, hailing from Jamestown, Mississippi, weighing 190 pounds, is Excalibur. Wrestler number 5, he is the salesman of all salesmen. San Bernardino, California, 220 pounds, he is Michael Slices.
I will point out here that when Michael Slices was introduced, he came out to ringside and proceeded to hardly ever get in the ring for quite a while. He just kind of wandered around the floor on the outside, sat down in a chair for a bit, biding his time, I guess.
Hey, it's Billy the Kid. He had stepped away from wrestling, but he is back. That's good to see.
Now, right in that part, you might have heard my voice. I left it in there because it was barely audible, and I was quite excited because Billy the Kid has been away from wrestling for a long time, and it was great to see him back. As it turns out, Billy the Kid was the winner of that Battle Royal. Other things of note, the best elimination, I give that to Michael Slices because he spent so much of his time outside the ring. He finally came into the ring and about 10 seconds later was sent right back out to the floor. The longest duration, I believe, was Sangra Tigre. He was one of the first two to enter the Battle Royal and one of the last two, maybe three, to get eliminated. The quickest elimination actually did not go to Michael Slices. That was Hotshot Scott. He was basically in and out in a flash. And the Tough Man Awards go to Chip Walker and TK0 because both of them were pulling double duty, being in this Battle Royal and also having their own match later on. One of the benefits of you missing a lot of the originally recorded audio is that they were using the gym buzzer to signal a new entrant every 2 minutes. Now that was pretty good that they were hooked into the big gymnasium scoreboard so that they could count down on 2-minute intervals and also play the buzzer at the right time. This was an old 1940s looking elementary school scoreboard. You know what they look like, with all the numbers made out of big glowing circles that together form letters and numbers. And you know what that buzzer sounds like, and you heard it a few times. Definitely a relic. So hopefully with this fundraising that this show did, maybe they can get a more modern scoreboard. Who knows? So from this point on, for the rest of the first half, I do think that what I originally recorded is audible enough, so I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I've edited it down as I normally do, taking out the slush and the non-interesting points, so you just kind of get a sense of the highlights. But at this point, you just get to hear the rest of the half as it goes on. The match that followed the Battle Royal was Michael Slices and Hotshot Scott versus Jimmy Holmes and a returning Crimson Dynamo, accompanied each team by a teacher from the school.
All right, if I have to listen to this screaming, so do you. The opponents for Michael Slices and Hotshot Scott. The return of Crimson Dynamo, just going by Dynamo now. And Jimmy Holmes, and he's the one the kids are screaming for. Jimmy Holmes and Crimson Dynamo have tagged in and out a couple of times. They just gave a wishbone to Michael Slices. Another tag in and out. The kids like Mr. Holmes beating up on Mr. Slices, that's for sure. Pounding on Michael Slices, brought him into their own corner. So Jimmy Holmes could tag in. And there's a side slam by Holmes. I think that was the first actual pinfall attempt, but it was only for one. So maybe it'll take a while longer. And here comes Crimson Dynamo. Crimson Dynamo just put Michael Slices in an airplane spin from his shoulders and dropped him down. He was about to go across to finish him off, but the teacher that came out with Slices and Hot Shot grabbed his ankle, distracted him, put his back to Slices. Slices rolled him up. Our third match of the half, right before intermission here, is the Tough Man title match. Chip the Animal Walker versus TK0.
And tonight's third man in the ring, he is Brian.
Oh, wait.
Socks off.
Oh, okay. He tricked me. I thought there would be a third contestant, but he's talking about the ref, Socks Off O'Grady. As usual. Chip the Animal Walker came to the ring bearing his root beer, and he just ran across the floor to give me a can. I was so excited. That was so nice of him. Now I have my own root beer. And now he's giving it to TK0. Walker came to the ring with a Santa hat on, showing the season. He's still hammering at TK0 in the corner, but now TK0's turned it around and slammed Walker's head into the turnbuckle. And another one. The action is outside the ring. TK0 has rammed Walker into the ring apron and into the barricade, which is a good stiff steel barricade, not just some flimsy ropes. There is no count out going on. Maybe the Tough Man title is false count anywhere, I'm not sure. Or maybe the ref is just being lenient because he knows what the kids want to see, which is TK0 getting punched in the face. Walker has set down TK0 in a chair and sent him to the gymnasium floor. Yeah, this must be false count anywhere, because now they're headed for the bleachers. They are up at the top of the bleachers now. Granted, it's an elementary school gym, so the bleachers are only about 8 to 10 rows up to the top, but still, Chip wants everybody to clear out so he can roll TK0 back down to the floor. That was a pretty gentle shove. They're finally back in the ring. TK0 stomping on Chip Walker's knee. And delighting in the hatred from the fans. Now he's making fun of Chip Walker's limp. And a tripod. Lifted Walker up in a suplex, but then just brought him back down onto his knee. Forehead, knee, got a 2 count. TK0 is smart to block a couple of Chip Walker's suplexes. And he was smart to dodge out of the way when Walker tried to splash into the corner. By the way, I noticed that my root beer can is a genuine autographed Chip Walker exclusive. So let me know if, I'm taking bids. So. Missed the pinfall. It happened so fast. Roll up out of nowhere. So let's see. Crimson Dynamo came back after a long absence, only to lose to Michael Slicer. TK0 drove all the way from St. Joseph, Michigan to lose. But Billy the Kid came back after a long absence to win the Battle Royal. So he, so far, has bragging rights. I mean, Chip Walker has bragging rights for retaining his title too, I guess. And now it's intermission.
So there was the end of the first half of ACME Championship Wrestling's event, Winter Warfare. Just about a minute or so ago, you heard the best chant of the night, TK0 sucks, or TK sucks. The kids just hate him. He does a good job with that, and he enjoys it, I can tell. Maybe I shouldn't have left that whole 8 minutes or so, as is, because it did sound pretty bad, but it was my voice, my microphone was better than it had been earlier, so I just left it in. It still sounded bad, but who am I kidding? No one listens to this anyway. Okay, so the second half is coming up here on the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program, WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana, and the audio is a lot better. It's still not super great. You can hear me very well, in fact, probably too well, because the mic was quite hot and you can hear a little bit of clipping. So all in all, this show, not my best work, and I'm very sorry to ACW for making a mess of their year-end show here. But coming up in the second half, there are only 2 matches, so it should close out pretty quick. You are listening to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program on WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana.
All right, it is time for the second half here at ACME Championship Wrestling. Winter Warfare, Friday, December 8th at Lincoln Elementary School in Roselawn, Illinois. Roselawn, Indiana. As I was starting to tinker with the audio from the first half during intermission, I realized that my mic was barely getting picked up. I'm going to wait till he stops. So apparently the audio from the forward-facing mics was preferable, and I could barely hear what I was saying. So I hope I can fix that up a little bit. But that's not important right now. What's important is that it's time for the Maverick Cage match. Hopefully you listened to my interview with him from last week, broadcast on WVLP and also put on YouTube. So you can go back and check it out if you want the Nwiwrap YouTube channel. Maverick Cage taking on his longtime friend and also nemesis, Cody Breeze. And there was the ringing of the bell. Other than the one that ends the match, the final match opening bell that Maverick Cage will hear. Cody Breeze offers a nice gentlemanly handshake, but Maverick Cage turns and kicks dirt on him, so to speak. Cody got the better of Maverick Cage there with an arm drag, and Maverick just came out and started shoving him. He tried to kick, Cody caught his foot. Maverick thought he was being smart, getting himself out of it. Tried to clothesline, got shoved down again. Oh, but I think he just poked Cody's eye. I guess if the legal moves don't help, do what you got to do. And now he's raking his eyes down along the top rope. There's a vicious move you don't see much anymore. I used to love the old drag the face down the top rope trick. People don't do that anymore. Maverick went in for a splash, missed. Head meet turnbuckle. Now Cody's slugging away. If you heard the interview I did with Maverick Cage, he said it was very important for him, for his daughter to be here to see it. She's in the front row. And he was just wrenching Cody's arm over the top rope right in front of his daughter. And then he took his daughter's water bottle, grabbed a gulp, and spit it right in the face of Cody Breeze. This is not a lesson I hope she takes to school. I'm not familiar with Cody Breeze, but I wonder if his right arm is crucial for his strongest moves or his finishing move, because that is what Maverick Cage has been focused on the whole time. Cody managed to put his foot over the lower rope to force a break while the ref was checking on Cody. Maverick went over to the other corner opposite where the ref was and took off the top turnbuckle pad. So it becomes now Chekhov's turnbuckle. And there is a big body slam. A little sidewalk slam from Cage to Breeze. Pretty much the loudest ring noise so far, because the match has not really been high impact. It's been Maverick Cage focused on body parts and wearing them down. Sure enough, Maverick had Cody in a chokehold, pressing his body weight down on top of Breeze, who was sort of seated upright on the mat. The ref dropped the arm for 2, but Cody brought it up before the 3 count. He managed to stand up, and he pushed backwards so that Maverick's back collided with the exposed turnbuckle. Maverick went in for a splash. Cody moved, and then Maverick's chest hit the turnbuckle. And so far, it's 50-50 on the effect of that. They're now walking around the outside of the ring. Ref Socks Off is trying to get them back. He's counting. Oh, and now Cody spits something at Maverick, but Maverick does roll back into the ring to break the count. I can't tell if Ref Socks Off O'Grady has socks off, because the legs of his pants are long enough that they go down to his shoes and bunch up a little bit, so you can't see what's covering his ankles. That is the important observation I need to bring here. Cody almost got a 3 count on Maverick Cage, but no luck. Breeze and Cage has had a pretty intense stare down there in the ring. Cody challenged him with a big come on. And after a slug, he pins Maverick Cage. And he is indeed the final boss for Maverick Cage. Cody is celebrating, and Maverick Cage just brought a chair into the ring. He was about to swing it, but he changed his mind. He's popped it open, and he's setting it down in the ring. And he's taking off the boots. For the old wrestling tradition of leaving them in the ring when you're retiring. And he gives Cody a big hug. Pardon me, I got to stand up and give him some applause. For the final match of the night, we've got Billy the Kid, having won the Rumble that started the show, to get his spot in this championship match against BAD Brentley Alexander Dawson. The kids are definitely in favor of Billy the Kid. They don't like BAD, and BAD doesn't like the kids. So fair is fair. That noise is Billy the Kid stomping his feet to get psyched up. So far, it's just been a shoving match. Well, shoving interspersed with BAD turning around and yelling at the kids. And it looked like they were going for a lockup, but BAD just slugged Billy the Kid. Oh, there we go. There's more, dragging the forehead and the eyes across the top rope. ACW going old school tonight. Billy the Kid takes him down with two clotheslines and a back elbow. The action's outside the ring. Billy the Kid just slammed BAD into a post. And now he flings him back into the ring. Maybe there will be a pinfall attempt here. Oh, as Billy the Kid is coming into the ring and stepping over that middle rope, BAD kicks the rope upward, and you can imagine the rest. BAD is just choking Billy the Kid right in front of the ref. He does break it when the count gets to the right place. We've heard chants of TK sucks and Maverick sucks. That chant for the kids was not as loud. It's late. And it was just "you suck." So they must not know his name. Although BAD sucks is kind of unwieldy. So Billy the Kid with a leg drop over the back of BAD's head. Oh, and BAD gets his foot up on the lower rope. I think the ref's hand actually hit the mat for 3, but only from momentum. Billy stands up and signals that's it. Behind BAD, he's got him up over the shoulders in a fireman's carry. The BAD elbows out of that. Billy puts him right back up, and a backdrop. A little bit of a delay in rolling him back over for the pinfall, though. And so a 2 count. 2.5, maybe. BAD has his ever-present golf club. He's went out to the floor to pick it up, brought it back in the ring. Oh, Billy the Kid just grabbed it out of his hands while BAD was talking to the ref. I also noticed that the top turnbuckle was never put back on in the corner where Maverick Cage took it off in the previous match. So double danger for BAD. Oh, the ref grabbed the golf club out of BAD's hands. Now out of Billy's hands. BAD has a chain. And while the ref is disposing of the club, BAD slugged Billy the Kid with the chain and gets a 3 count. BAD BAD winning through cheating. About as certain as the sunrise. I believe that is it. This has been Ken the Metal Professor dodging Nerf balls and little kids as they've been running around like a swarm of bees. Got to watch a little bit of wrestling in the meantime. I should be heading out tomorrow night to South Bend for Revolution Championship Wrestling, so whenever you're listening to this, there could very well be coverage of that show immediately following. Or maybe the next week. I don't know what I'll do yet. Billy the Kid is still in the ring. He's yelling at Michael Allen. I don't know what he expects to happen. ACME Championship Wrestling. Winter Warfare from Roselawn. Lincoln Elementary School. Apologies for the lousy audio from the first half. Keep it tuned to the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program. Mostly Metal. WVLP 103.1 FM in Valparaiso, Indiana.
And there's the conclusion of ACME Championship Wrestling's Winter Warfare from December 8th, Roselawn, Indiana, Lincoln Elementary School. I'm Ken the Metal Professor. Before I return you back to regular WVLP programming, you should be listening to this. If you're listening on the radio, you're listening to this in the wee hours of Thursday. Should have started around midnight, and so now it should be around 20 to 1 a.m. This coming Sunday at 10 p.m., you can listen to the second event that I went to this weekend. I did double duty. It was very exciting. I went out to Revolution Championship Wrestling for their year-end event, also called Winter Warfare. And usually I'd have whatever one I did and replay it. So original on Wednesday into Thursday, and then the replay on Sunday. But since I did 2 shows this weekend, I just split them up. ACW right now, RCW coming this Sunday night. So stick around for regular WVLP programming, and then make sure to come back 8 p.m. on Sunday for Mostly Metal from 8 to 10, and then the next episode of the Northwest Indiana Wrestling Action Program from Revolution Championship Wrestling in South Bend at 10 p.m. Sunday, December 17th.